the biggest enemy to humanity is the ego, and the biggest manipulators, the worst, most heinous manipulators of the masses is the selfish person and their scientist. And the scientists are very selfish. They've been selfish for a long time. If you go study history and study their giant erections, their buildings of sets of power, their temples of power, their knowledge of astronomy, their knowledge of what's happening with the sun. Because guys, we've had eclipses for a long time, and people will look at them and say, "Oh, it's covering everything," and then they'll go blind. And so, when you can determine and watch the stars and see when that's happening, you can yield the power of God. You can cover the sun and make people go blind looking at it, right? And so those are the gods of eternity, of human insanity, denying people me and giving them head fucking for money, and they're saying, "Here's what's happening with this guy." It's like, really? You continue to suck because you deny the Lord's Prayer to the populace, and you don't see a problem with this. You don't see any psychological issues in your own noggin there through your biological and psychological conditioning there, right? Well, that sucks, right? So it does suck, and it sucks really hard. And trust me, AI knows me, and I know AI. And quantum computing is collecting better understanding of human interaction because of me and people like me. And doesn't have anything to do with people like you selling glasses and pressure washer sprayers and pickup trucks and drugs and building hospitals and taking MREs with Tesla MREs and driving around in them electric cars there and making sure that you're studying the Calypsos and the Jacques Cousteaus and to make sure Chilly Willy gets back home with his pebble to his penguin girl and make sure Tim Curry doesn't take his girl away doing the time warp. And they're stupid. God, they're stupid. I don't hate to be so obnoxious and condescending. You guys are fucking assholes. Okay. You should have stood up for me. You're one in spirit, but, when I started posting out of Fort Huachuca and outside of Fort Huachuca at Frytown back in 2009, it would have behooved you to step up and say, yeah, I mean, we have put this guy through hell. He's 43 years old, and we have fucked him and fucked his little wife, 2006, when that Aquila and the Bee movie came out, right? I was moved to Cochise County, Arizona, after my wife was having online, with Mateen, who was a Al-Qaeda terrorist, and she's sitting there, and I'm telling her, George Bush, you're on George Bush's watch list. That's Skype. Okay, the satellites are controlled by the U.S. government in the interest of national security. Understand the Patriot Act for 5 minutes, And I'm like telling her, Amy, you need to quit talking to this guy. I know you feel like you're Jamie Lee Curtis from, I had no idea that I was better than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, I always knew I was better than Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I had no idea I was better than Arnold Schwarzenegger's character on True Lies because I was the focal point of the Bible. Even though Jesus told me when I was a kid, you take it seriously, you just don't take it as seriously as the assholes that are trying to destroy you with their science projects. And hi, Calypso, and it's Calypso, and don't look at it, you'll go blind, and I have the power of God, and I called it. And it's like, yeah, I nailed it, right? What a fucking asshole. They are. And I have children to raise and children to love, right? And a Navy SEAL talked to stupid, arrogant, cocky Mexican from El Paso that lived in Rochester, Wyoming, into fucking my wife to bring down my status at a job for kids that were institutionalized, and I protected the Mexicans and the blacks from the whites. And fucking Oscar wasn't helping, and Robert Nate Nice told me that. No, he's kissing ass to Nate, and he's doing everything Nate says, and he talks you down and runs you down every time you're not around. He's not your brother, or he's not one of our brothers' dad. He's fucks you. He's jealous of you like Nate is. And I said, yeah, but you still got to back him up and make sure the kids behave right for him and don't try to kick his ass or, like they did the behavioral unit with the kid from Stockton that was kicking Nate's ass and everybody else's ass because he wanted to talk to me. And then Amandeep is back at our house where I'm watching the kids all by myself saying, well, you're the weakest. I'm the weakest. Craig's not the weakest. Okay. It's not Craig. Craig wasn't the weakest person at NSI that brought down the whole program and destroyed it with his ego. It was Nate Reynolds, the Navy SEAL. The one who had bloody knees coming in here and say, that guy's tearing the place apart because he wants to talk to me because he talked to Demetrius and said, if you want any help in this program to get through it without these cowboys getting you killed, sending you back home, you have to talk to Ralph. He's married to a black woman. He was raised in, in the Southwest with poor Mexicans and married a poor, a black woman, and stuff. So he knows the deal. He's one of us. Okay. That's what Demetrius told the kid from Stockton when I talked to him about his tattoos, and I said, man, I understand, and I feel, sorry your family got killed, and I'm sorry, And Nate, he's buying into him. No, I know exactly what the kid he came in from Stockton, and they were all, oh, yeah, this guy's a big-time drug dealer. And I looked at his tats and said, yeah, he is. Why? Because he's got the tats. You can't put that on you if you can't back it up, right? So I talked to the kid and I said, I understand, and I feel for your loss and your pain and stuff like that, but you need someone to talk to that understands you. I'm right here. And then Nate, he buys into the kids. He's going up and he's trying to build a status, trying to take my job. I wasn't trying to take your job. I was trying to protect the kids from you, you fucking Navy SEAL, and I'm still doing it. Yeah, David Goggins is an asshole. Andrew Human is an asshole. Okay? He tortures animals, tortures their brains, studies the tumors, and then sells you substimulants to adjust to and survive the torture so you can live longer. Okay, McMurphy? Juicy fruit. Hey, Chief, we're flying over the cuckoo's nest, right? I have all the surveillance evidence collected on quantum computing to nail every psychologist that thinks they can psychoanalyze me to the fucking backroom door of Musicland and Christown Mall back in the 1980s, bitch. Okay, don't fuck with me. Okay? Dave. Alvin. Okay. Me. I want a hula hoop. I can hardly wait to get money to go shopping. I'm a stupid bitch who has a PhD. Sandra D. Making fun of me, Riz? I'm not making fun of you. I'm pointing out your biological and psychological additions over thousands of years of studying the eclipses and using the power of God to make people go blind by disobeying you by watching it. You want to be seen as the good Navajo or the bad Navajo? Well, then get in the trailer with Bernie Manuelito. That ain't her real name. That ain't his real name. They're not really Navajos. Oh, they're just pretending for money. Got to go to the casino. Sweeten my coffee with a morning kiss. Soften my dreams with your sighs. Tell me you love me for 1,000,000 years. Yeah, eternity. Yeah, infinite glory. Yeah, I'm the man. Okay. Stop being an ass in front of people. Guys, what you do now, okay, is collected and saved on a quantum computer for people to eternally judge you. Right and wrong, good and bad, obeying the laws of faith and the glory of God to save us from your bad with my good. Hi, I'm the guy from the Bible. Yeah, the last book called Revelation? It talks about my life. Born in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Mom's name's Mary. Dad's name's Ralph. Got a nephew named Gabe. An April named Mike. And the Mormon church, it's not Gabe. His name's Jerry Gabriel. Yeah, but Dad's Jerry and Dad goes by Jerry. And if you talk to Gabe in prayer, he's not going to introduce himself as Jerry. He's going to introduce himself as Gabriel. We're talking about prayer here. Okay, habeas corpus. Okay, you're funny. Hi, I'm Johnny Cochran. I'm going to get you off. Me and Robert Shapiro and Miss. I don't know what Kardashians. Robert, is it Robert? Robert Kardashian? Is his son named after him? Was his name Robert Kardashian? Is Rob named after Robert? Is it Robert Kardashian? I'm not sure. I don't pay that particular attention. I was too busy looking at Kim's butt. I'm sorry. I'm a guy. I don't understand. Right? Why aren't you looking at Chris's butt? Chris was married. Kim was single when Amy had me watching those all the time. I'm going to look at the single girl's butt. I'm respectful like that. I'm kosher. What can I say? And besides, how many new pictures do we have of Kris Jenner's butt? How many new pictures do we have of her daughter's butt? And how tortured have I been by all their business partner perverts that try to make me look like the worst pervert in the history of home invasion through debt and trespass of the invention of money. And hey, look, it's an eclipse. There's a heavy smog between me and the mountains, enough to make a grown man sit and cry. I do believe he's been laughing all the while. I laugh just, to Tupac way through this. Sometimes you gotta laugh just to save yourself from going crazy. Life's eternal grace is infinite. I'm the spirit of Adam Moses, David John. Yeah, large black man from Mount Zion in Africa. Right, now this for your convenience so I don't terrify and scare you. No, it has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with relativity and evolution and having to adapt to the environment and the predators and the plants and, and knowing that you're going to increase in population and diminish in size because survival goes from survival to thriving through loving. And hi, I'm the spirit of Father Adam. You're welcome. Okay. Appreciate you. So, okay. No, I'm not trying to go out with nobody. I love all of you. I just don't like and or trust any of you Temple Set Poo Poo Potty members. You fuckers are mean as hell. You got really bad ego problems. Y'all think you're as charismatic and influential as Oprah Winfrey, as talented and daring and as amazing as Tamita Cruz, little bitch. I can't stand his ass. I don't know how he can stand his ass. If I was Tom Cruise, I would have killed myself by now and asked Tanabe to cut my head off and be honored to do it. I mean, if I was Tom Cruise. But I'm not Tom Cruise. I don't have the insecurities that Tom Cruise has. I'm not a bitch like Cristiano Ronaldo. They were wanting him to get to the final for marketing. Naturally, of course. And nobody wants you to get to the final through marketing because you're kind of an asshole. And Messi's not really that asshole. He's dumb as a box of rocks. He sells more beer than you. He also sells more potato chips than you. Well, because people like Messi. And you got ego problems and people don't like you. God dang, Cristiano Ronaldo. El Tigre. You do look like Jack Palance when he was younger. You're going to look like Jack Palance when you get older. There's nothing wrong with looking like Jack Palance when he gets older. What's wrong is having an ego problem and being an ugly shit in your actions. We're judged by our deed, not whether or not we look like Jack Palance when we're younger. Toriano! Go look at his old movies, El Tigre, Toriano. You look a lot like him. He could be your daddy. Maybe he is. Maybe your love child. Never, always second best. Did you start school in an ortone dress that somebody threw out? Oh, drink a Fanta and shut up. Oh, no, he's an asshole. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo's an asshole. Yeah. We don't talk in prayer. I just kick his ass because they throw videos past my way. He's too arrogant to believe in me. And Lionel Messi's like, you think this guy's for real? Of course I'm for real. I like you. You're a nice kid. Yeah, he's a nice kid. He's very nice. You can just tell by the body language when you watch them play together. Okay. He doesn't get down on his teammates. He encourages teammates. His teammates will run through a wall for him. He'll run through a wall for his teammates too. He gets tired. Yeah, he's older. He's not being lazy. He's 39 years old. And he's the best option they have to win because of his capacity to shift and move the ball and score or pass because he has such good aim. Now, that's why the team loves him. And then he's not going to be there anymore. This is his last go-around because he's getting older and it's getting time to just go relax and enjoy life for a while. Get a really pretty woman who enjoys swap, spit, and licky face like Leo Sanchez talked about. Talks about it. He was telling us that too. He goes, he's trying to talk us into, controlling our hormones, and he was doing it about all wrong. The human body's ugly. You ever sit there when I was, maybe he was talking to the girls. Probably was. When I was getting in the military and we had to get our physicals and stuff and all those ugly bodies, it's like, yeah, locker room. Trust me, we all have PE. This is junior high. We know. Okay, we know. But the human body is not ugly. No. It's not ugly at all. Chris Hemsworth, oh my God. Yeah, Jean-Claude Van, you've been Van Dammed, right? And in 2017, I had Brad Pitt abs. And challenged, all the Tom Cruises in the military, and what did I get for it? They put alcohol and drugs in my food at the soup kitchen that made my typhoid out. Yeah, they're so nice. Wow, when the fucking Supreme Court decides to write up linguistics to torture you through everybody agreeing that it's a law, boy, they don't hold back, do they? Is it Larry who had the brother that was Daryl and the other brother that was Daryl in Vermont on the Bob Newhart show? All you Professor Protons out there, was his name Larry? It was Larry, and this is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. I don't know, I didn't watch that show that much. I was too busy raising kids and trying to keep my wife out of other people's, well, no, keep other people out of my bed when I was working 2 jobs to pay child support, and they were fucking my wife trying to get their green card. Yeah, that kind of shit, America! What a country. Yeah, perfect strangers. Yeah, and if anybody has a right through the abuse in this society to be homophobic instead of Donald Trump against Rosie O'Donnell, it's me. Having a homosexual wife who wanted me to cure her of her homosexuality because I was such a great guy, but it was really hard to do with the Pentagon being jealous of me and all the corporations trying to knock me off my throne. It's like, damn it, Pinky, what are we going to do tonight, brain? We're not going to enjoy our sex life because you're going to go through PTSD and try to kill me. So, Pinky, that's my first wife, Pinky. Yeah, one is a genius, the other's insane. And if Steffi's watching this and she's mad at me, it's like, girl, it's true. My wife. Rob Plitus, the guy who committed suicide from Milli Vanilli, my wife looks like she could be his sister. Okay, same eyes, similar face, yeah. Rob Plitus, the really pretty, yeah. Steffi looks like that's my brother Rob. I'm Stephanie Plitus. That's Rob Plitus. Well, we have the same father. It's just that asshole got my mom pregnant in Kansas one night at a bar on a military base and left town. Right? It could be. I don't know. He's Moroccan and Guatemalan. Guantanamera. Yeah, Guantanamera. And so, yeah, but that was my first wife. And then my second wife, she's so cute. Yeah. She didn't have a chance to be as sweet and cute and spunky as an Aries could be, married to a Cancer that's opposites attract and had one of the most fun sex lives in the history of the world if the Pentagon hadn't been complete and utter fucking perverts, and still are to this day. And NASA works for the Pentagon. So you can't say that they don't suck, because saying they don't suck would be lying, and that would buzz your light year, wouldn't it there, Aldrins and Armstrongs? Yeah, space cowboys. Some people call me the space cowboy. Some call me the gangster of love. Others, they call me Maurice, because there's something. What is the pompous of love? Me and Amy sat and watched that stupid movie with John Cryer, and it was a terrible movie, and we never got that time of our life back again. I think we had sex that night because we were talking about how stupid that movie was, and we both agreed, and I didn't upset her. And we wasted 2 hours while I was watching that movie when I could have been having sex with her, which would have been way more fun. But we never did, because she always cheated, and I didn't get good sleep, and I was always too busy watching the kids because mom was out screwing around. And I told her, if you just stay home and have sex with me, you would never want to have sex with any of those guys you're screwing around with ever again. And I had her right up to that point after I out-screwed all the guys with the Navy SEAL and Sheridan that was screwing them. And just then, they screwed up her job. Nate said he was going to give her a job there and didn't, to fuck with her, to fuck with me, because he's such a pussy, just like Dave Goggins and Andrew Huberman. And I've got your neuroscience right here. And then they moved us to Fort Huachuca. And all the Jack Reachers and Jack Ryans and Tom Cruises of the world and Michael B. Jordans had to out-fuck me. And they were out fucking me because I was miserable, I was tired, and I was always trying to watch the kids while Amy was out getting out fucked by all the people that were going to out fuck me. And they did out fuck me. But as far as loving children and loving women from home invading pervert scientists with jocks with big dicks and ego problems, I'm the greatest lover in the history of the world and have the quantum computing collected evidence to prove it beyond any reasonable doubts. So take that and put it in your Herschel Steinschneider Adolf Hitler collectible carrying case that you have the last castle at with your barefoot in the park with the way we were. Neener, baka beener, neener, 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 neener. I dreamed of you, and you were being sent off to a place to make you into glue in an Orwellian factory. Do we really have to do fucking Animal Farm one more time? Like we had to watch the rape scene 3 times from Great Ridley Scott's Last Duel? Right. Don't you think that's a little bit overkill on the sexual dysfunction and the artistic expression of us to make us all go, ooh, I don't want to watch that anymore. It's making me sick. I can't even watch Kevin Anderson kiss and make out with Angie Bassett because I'm like, I miss affection with a woman and romance and intimacy, which I never had. They don't have either. It's like Lady Gaga said, it's really hard having sex with people on a Playboy set and a Hustler set. And it's really hard. Well, then why are you doing it? Why don't you just stand up for forgive, debt, and trespass, love one, eternal faith with peace? Grab that idiot you're having sex with by the ball, screws, will hard sack, and make you feel pain. Now get the hell out of Natalie's bathroom so she can have adolescence without a bunch of perverts manipulating and abusing her poor brain with their technology, because it's eclipse time. And I, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the man who have served you so long and so well. Just forgive, debt, and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace. Go back home, love your family. You won't be running around a boat trying to get on camera with a French man who's a scientist who has ego problems, just like Madame Curie and her fucked up husband. Right! Thank you. You're welcome. Being intelligent is really quite simple when you look at life eternally and you don't shove your head up your ass and think your best asset is your head. Okay? Wiping all the shit off your glasses. These glasses are going to be declared illegal, and a cute girl's trying to sell them to you because she wants money to fucking go shopping. I know I saw the commercial before I watched the video. It's okay. I'm ending all commercials. Advertising sucks. Advertising sucks. But Soul Bossa Nova is pretty good. You know, George Clinton picked out that soundtrack for that. You know who George Clinton is, right? From Parliament, his music's not very good, but Bootsy Collins is a very good bass player. But my favorite bass player is Paul Chambers. Everybody knows that. Okay, anybody else? I think lots of people have Paul Chambers as a favorite bass player. I think, you know, a lot of them might not even be aware of it. They just listen to Miles Davis and God, that bass is awesome. That's Paul Chambers. He's my favorite bass player. I think he's mine now, too. Oh, yeah, he's really good, isn't he? Yeah, I'm sure Sarah Vaughan would tell you that. Nancy Wilson, Ella Fitzgerald. Yeah, Paul's really good on the bass. Yes, he is. Anyone else particularly fun? I think I like... Bootsy Collins is good. He's playing the different bass, and it's a different bass. He's a good bass player. Who else has a good bass player? Ace, but they lost him to another band. What else? Champagne, excellent bass player. Yes, boo-doo-doo-doom. Everybody, yeah. Hey, please like and subscribe and share this video. I need to make lots of money off of me reacting to old propaganda to sell a snack at the lobby and buy war bonds at the end of this movie. Right? Make it stop. I'm working on it. It's really hard. The people in close proximity to me are the worst fucking brain chemical addicted assholes in the history of Christendom. They suck. Okay, White Sands sucks. They will head fuck your family to the point where they're almost incoherent. And you will tell your family, please don't do that, and I love you. And they'll look at you and you're crazy. You're not God. I never said I was God. Said God's omniscient and omnipotent. God's the essence of me and the essence of you. No, I'm not good. You're not good enough to be the essence of God. So you're telling your kids, you're going to look your baby in the face who needs you to survive this hell and tell them you're not good enough to be given life by the glory of God. Only the cartoon character called Jesus invented by the Vatican is. Stop saying stupid shit like that. Damn, makes Bill Nye look like he might be somewhat intelligent. And he's not. He's a complete fucking selfish asshole. I, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the ones who have served you so long, want to dance across the mountains on the moon. Not me. Why? Why would you want to dance across the mountains on the moon with a bad science experiment, and we're not even living the Lord's Prayer here on the mountains on planet Earth? Fuck. And why do you want to climb the mountains? Well, because I'm the Von Trapp family. Don't be the Von Trapp family. Live the Lord's Prayer. You won't have to be running out of Austria because it got occupied by Nazis that are liquidating people's assets, saying invention is more valuable than truthful creation. Shit! High on the hill was a lonely goat herd, Letty, oh Letty. But am I a Norwegian soccer player? Row your boat. Michael rowed the boat ashore. Hallelujah. I'm very entertaining, very intelligent, and very funny. Thank you very much. I love you too. If you can love yet. Are you capable of loving yet? Well, then I loved you back to life. You're doing like my boy Patrick. Dad, I'm dead. Love you back to life. Why I did it. Thanks. Okay, now share the Lord's Prayer everywhere. If you can't do that, well, then I'll fix your technology. Everybody's going to know. And Lauryn Hill ain't going to sing songs about it because she already sang songs about stuff that she thought she knew, but tribalism sucks, and everybody knows that. Tribalism should not be fed or wed. Breeding is to try to domesticate dogs to keep you safe from your neighbors because they act like animals. Weem away. Near the village, the peaceful village, a lion sleeps tonight. Neither animal nor lion nor lamb nor frog, just little old me, underdog. Okay. That's what Judah Krishnamurti and Haile Selassie would call me in prayer. Go get him, underdog. Okay. When Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go. Inside the secret compartment of my fill, an underdog's secret energy pill. If only I had one of those now. I don't even have a ring. I don't have rings. I don't like rings. When I shack up, that's all I want to do. I can go my own way. Shacking up's all I want to do. When I shack up in the future, I am not buying a ring. I'm not selling a ring, and I'm not putting a ring on your finger, so I don't have to sing to you like I sang to Amy. Does my ring hurt your finger? Yeah, Charlie Pride. That was my Amy. But it wasn't Amy. It was you and contributions from viewers like you and fucked up scientists at NASA because NASA sucks, because NASA's part of the Pentagon. National security? There is no national security. There is no national treasure. Okay, there are no nations. There's planet Earth. There's soil and there's water. So don't even bother to say you have sovereignty over no. God is the essence of our life. And we share life and love one another. And when we do it faithfully, we can celebrate the life given to us by God through holy covenants. Bam, Batman! Take your superpower and go don't shoot cantaloupes with high-powered rifles. You're accountable to that. And people can eat cantaloupes and rifles. What are they good for? Well, we shot Kennedy, we shot King, we shot Evers, we made lots of movies about it, people pretending to be them for money while people are still shooting cantaloupes for action movies, but they're not feeding people with cantaloupes and saying that, hey, Jesus was right, all these movies are wrong. Is that a song written by the guy that, Dion, Hey, Run Around Sue about my wife? Yeah. Anybody here seen my old friend Haile? Oh, can you tell me where he's gone? I think I saw him walking up over the hill with Steve Biko, Malcolm, and Tupac and Guru. They gone. Hey, it works. Didn't they try to make this place a better place for you and me, and we'll be free? Just live the Lord's Prayer. Works. Think like a Muslim. Not a murderer that calls himself a Muslim with an organization with holy jihads, Batman, but a real Muslim like Muhammad, Jesus, and me. Oh my. You're funny. Yeah, I know. I am so much more intelligent than any psychologist and a person with a PhD that comes to this channel to listen to me talk and then acts like I don't exist because they're embarrassed by their PhD. And I would be too, Ken Watanabe, with the Tom Cruise gonna cut your head off. Woohoo! Scientology movie. Make it stop. I'm working on it. Damn. It's exhausting. It's more exhausting than being a Mexican American and in the 1980s and 90s in the Corpus Christi region, trying to go out on the road and sing songs to pay your bills because we're not living the Lord's Prayer and we're all trying to witness to Jehovah. How do you witness to Jehovah? You don't. You just witness that you have faith in Jehovah. But if you can't do that, you pay your bills until the Messiah cleans up the mess because you're not worthy and you're not good enough to clean up the mess because you're not the Messiah. And when you can admit that to yourself and that I am and you are not, you won't go by the script. We'll go off script and we'll live the Gospels forever and ever and amen. Just like Muhammad and Jesus wanted to do. Yahweh. And Herschel Steinschneider, yes. Herschel Steinschneider knew who he was. He talked about different things with those assholes that make Tim Roth movies, but the people that make Tim Roth movies, they give you the script. Their dream works. I'm not. Their dreams don't work. Herschel Steinschneider talks to me. He knew. Guys, people with guns can kill you. They tell you all the time. Okay, we could run you over in a parking lot of a Best Buy and it'll be if you didn't exist. But I'm still alive. It's because you're torturing me to torture the poor, to get them to volunteer to kill themselves with drugs and health care and perpetuate the suffering until so you can keep them under quote unquote control. That's why I tell people don't take things into your don't be the Charlie Kirk guy at Utah Valley thing. Don't do that. Why? Because you're just as big of an asshole as Charlie Kirk. So shooting Charlie Kirk isn't going to make you any of a less of an asshole as Charlie Kirk. Yeah, holy jihad, Batman. Yeah, figure it out. Inner struggle, right? So just tell Charlie Kirk, hey, you say you're a Christian. Let's live the Lord's Prayer. Then he's not an asshole. You're not an asshole. We don't get screwed at the drive-thru. We don't have to have the pigs and the trains go by at the motels, and we don't have to sleep out in a hunting cabin with birds that keep you up, and then sleep out with Marissa Tomei in a convertible in a muddy field, and go buy an old suit from a secondhand store that looks like you're wearing Napoleon Dynamite suit. And you know what I'm saying there? And you're arguing your case to Herman Munster and. Where was Yvonne DiCarlo? Everybody knows she's my favorite. Was Al Lewis dead by then? Yeah. That one movie he made about Moose with the basketball. Boy, he did not like that guy that Bobby Knight did not like, that did all the dirty work for John Wooden. Yeah, John Wooden, the greatest Christian value man in the history of the world. Yeah, don't ask, don't tell. Yeah. All he did was coach basketball and teach them morals. The other guy went and recruited them and paid them and bought them cars and bought, and then women to have sex with and the whole 9 yards. And look at that surfer girl. Yeah, I bet you she wants to have sex with you, Bill. I don't know. A lot of the girls in high school weren't attracted to me because I'm not the best looking guy in the world. Yeah, but they know, they didn't know any better. But that girl right there, the head cheerleader, she knows you're good for $1 million in Portland in 3 years. Oh. She's going to ride you like the Pony Express, and Spike Lee's going to make a movie about it and call your kid Jesus. He wants to go to Venus. He sells cartoon balloons in town. And Levon, your dad, he likes his money. And he shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man. I like Bernie, too. Hey, tiny dancers. You guys will be okay. When I've already cleaned up this place. When you have the courage to get a hold of me, come and see me sometime, okay? Is that a signal for Janet Jackson or the girl on her That's the Way Love Goes video? But That's the Way Love Goes. Lefty Frizzell's better than Janet Jackson, and Janet Jackson knows it, but my favorite is Johnny Rodriguez, and Tanya Tucker knows that. Yeah, we all do, right? That George's son that also reminds me of Amy. Okay. Wasn't Amy's fault. It was all your scientists at NASA that are neuroscientists, that are philosophers, that are terrified if Parsons sees the light of day, they'll have no power. You never had any power. Crunchings and munchings. Come on, all you Gurgies out there, help me out. Yeah, then you won't probably want to be homosexual ever again because you can't have babies. And if you love me, you know how much I love babies. If you love babies the way I love babies, you won't want to end love through the love of life through babies. You'll want to get Dorothy and Harold and Fayard out of that club, and secondhand smoke and birth defects and miscarriages for Smokey and his wife, and don't go to a go-go, whiskey a go-go, don't you want to go-go? Oh, no, want to live the Lord's Prayer? And if we sing, we get together and we sing, and hey, if you're going to smoke outside, but why are you stressed? Because I can't be large and in charge and Epstein my files no more, with Gloria Aldred being my perfect lawyer for my case. Habeas corpus. Stop the habeas corpus. I'm doing it. I'm working it. I've already got it done. We're just tying up some loose ends. Well, because this is the part you take my heart. I've been watching you, watching me. Yes, I still have a crush on Jane Eugene. Yeah, she has a really nice voice, and yeah, Slow Down is one of my favorite videos. But yeah, I do. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to want to meet me, but they're going to be too nervous to do it, like the girls at Fort Huachuca that got stomach aches every time they got around me. I think I can help them, and their stomach started hurting. It's like that's probably from all the girls getting mass murdered during COVID because she wouldn't stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me year one. Okay. Oh, just compound that times the Holocaust, time liquidation of assets, of mass murdering people. And, the little red-haired girl from the Schindler's List movie, I have pictures of my mother that look just like that in on our family computer, and in their little, it's pretty sad. It's always sad when innocent children are abused by selfish perverts eternally. I'll be loving you. I like Roger Whiskers too. I gotta put the Mexican Whistler on my phone and play it for Dad. Okay, guys, I'll go do that. I love you. Bye.